Good evening, class. My name is Joshua Herron. I'm married with two children. Recently moved to Troy, Alabama, from Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm now majoring in resource and technology management. 40 years old, and what I wanted to do today is I wanted to express what it means for me to be in servant leadership and how I will be using it to further not just my business that we are currently building, but also in my everyday activities. Right now, of course, as far as my job history, I've worked in computers for quite a while. I decided to go to the military, and once I went to the military, I got out in 2016. Um, and then I decided that I wanted to work in a highly technical field, and I started working with Lockheed Martin, of which I still work with today. And so, on to what it means for me to actually be a servant leader and how I will be using it in my everyday life. First, we need to know what a servant leader is. Um, the servant leader, the phrase itself, was coined by Robert K. Greenleaf. It was first used as a phrase to help people understand that leaders are servants first and leaders second. We have to be servants first so that we can actually lead the people in a better way. Being a servant leader requires and it encourages diversity of thought. It encompasses a myriad of traits, creates a culture of trust, and one of the hardest things to do is to regain trust once it's broken. You want to have an unselfish mindset as well. It's not always about you. And another thing is you want to foster leadership in others. And so, one of the things you'll also want to do is you'll want to empower others. We encourage others to be their best self. You want to inspire their vision. We should be open to suggestions of others and consider their vision equally as important as our own. And you also want to serve with humility. We have trouble sometimes with ourselves. We have to remove those titles and those statuses and listen to workers who support us. Who do we all? How do we all? How do we all? Yes, certainly. Servant leadership takes practice. It's a daily process of learning and unlearning habits and strengthening how we see and hear others. Becoming a servant leader, we have to learn to avoid self promotion and instead choose to rise above the instincts in order to help those below us. I have to learn that helping others succeed does not lessen my success as well. In fact, it strengthens it. For example, when I train others, I am never afraid that they will take my place. I am encouraged by their growth, and I am proud that I will be a part of whatever success they obtain. I focus on three traits when I want to become a better servant leader. One is going to be emotional intelligence. It's important for me to acknowledge how I feel and understand why I feel it. I think mental health is important in leadership. The more I understand myself, the better I can understand the diversity around me. Number two, self awareness. When I'm self aware, I can adjust my behavior to change how I perceive others. And number three, one of the big things is you want to be persuasive. Persuasion. I seek to motivate and convince others. I don't I never want to force or trick others into complying. I want to sell the benefits of my success that I model. The look of success and I behave in a way that persuades others to actually accept leadership for themselves. This is my understanding of servant leadership. I will continue to study and strive to be a living example of servant leadership. Having said all of this, I am continuing to build in a better way, and I use it now, not just in a setting for work or for school. I use it in my daily life. Everyone can be a servant leader. In any situation, any person may know more than the next person. And so it is up to each other, by teaching each other, that we can lead each other in those classes. So if someone doesn't know and you can lead them on to the success that you were all seeking in those moments. I, I am now striving towards doing this currently in my business as well as in my studies, and not only that, with my job as well. That is why I am currently in Troy University, so that I can continue to progress and use those things to progress not only myself, but those around me. And the benefits that I will achieve from it will be far greater than just monetary, far greater than status. I will obtain not just a goal, but I'll obtain um, friends. I will obtain the many positive rewards that you can't buy with money alone and with status. And so we will all be able to obtain our goals, but we will do it together, and we will be able to win as a team, not in just our job, our goal, or as a company or an organization, but in our own personal lives. And this is what it means for me to be a servant leader. Again, my name is Joshua Heron, and thank you for listening.